Hey guys, it's Ren. Today is going to be 95 degrees. I'm feeling about 50 degrees. Feeling a little under the weather today. Last night I planned to go to the beach. Today I'm like, okay, I'm still gonna go to the beach, but I realized that I left my only bathing suit somewhere that is not anywhere near my possession. I'm like in the middle of, should I improvise or should I just stay home? I am feeling way too not great to stay home. I'm feeling too not great to stay home. Things aren't really going my way right now, and I will just take it as a redirection. I'm supposed to be going this way because it's happening, and I'm just in it for the ride. So what's next? We're gonna move forward in our day. It's about 8:30 in the morning. It's 8:30 in the morning. I feel like it's way too early. Let me just give the day a chance. Let's make it a good one. I'm like trying to record this video, but honestly, I really don't feel good. I'm giving the day a chance though. I just did a lot of cleaning. I'm not gonna go to the beach, I decided. I think like today is just a day that I just wanna work on myself. I don't have to go to the beach for that. I just need to focus on my space and just my everyday life right now. I've been finding it really difficult to express. I can't put it outwards as much as I want to. I find myself getting so closed in, like feeling like I just have to listen, feeling like in my behavior, I'm moving like I'm a burden. I know I'm not. I find that there's so much resistance when it comes to expressing, not because I feel insecure or I feel like I don't know. There's like a switch in my brain that shuts off when it comes to expressing myself or expressing my wants or expressing my needs. There's something in me that is just like, just serve. But anything that's for myself, I can do myself. So when it comes to asking somebody for something, no. When it comes to telling somebody how I feel, no. I can tell somebody the baseline of how I feel, you know, what's at the surface of how I feel, but everything else just stays. And it feels frustrating to even think about letting somebody in. I'm actively distracting myself from the feeling, really. It's really the feeling of what it feels like to just be transparent. If I were to express myself, to express my wants and my needs and everything that's truest and closest to myself, I feel way too vulnerable. Way too vulnerable. It would just make me want to cry out of frustration. And I'm trying to figure it out right now because I can't keep moving forward like this. I want to be at peace. Truly, I want to be pure. I want to move forward without the act. I want to be transparent. And when I say that, it doesn't mean that I'm lying. It's just way too easy for me to live my life for other people, for another person, in acts of love and acts of service. And I embrace that. I embrace it so much. I love to help. I love to be there for people. But if the same people that I'm there for want to be there for me, no, it's fine. But why can't I accept that help? I feel like I don't need it. But at the same time, I'm stuck with this feeling of I don't ever receive it. And it sucks. It's because I'm not allowing myself to receive it. I'm not allowing anybody to give it. And I feel like this is something very important that I'm going to need to transcend from in order to change my life for the better. This is something that I can't ignore. This is something that I can't just put off to the side and just ride with it and just keep telling myself that I don't need the help, I don't need assistance, I don't need you to be there for me. But not even in a place where I'm in a deep, dark place and I'm not accepting help. Just generally. I want to be this shadow that applies value to people's lives with nothing in return. I don't want to be necessarily acknowledged or recognized. Why do I want to make such an impact from a distance? Why am I so distant? I know it's definitely a trauma response, 100%. But where is it coming from? There's so many different lanes that I can pick from. Not just pick, but to analyze. And I just find so much resistance. I feel the resistance in my head, like, no, we're not even gonna think about it. That's why it helps for me to talk out loud. I feel like me talking out loud is putting that energy into the ether, and it feels like it's circulating around me, it's surrounding me, and I There's no escaping it. If it's in my mind, I can just like, it's time to face it now. Or facing it, and I don't love it. I am gonna eat this mango that I cut up, and I do recognize I don't ever want to do something wrong around other people. I'm not a perfectionist at all. Definitely not. I find myself giving so much productive advice just throughout the years. I give so much advice with value. Advice that is really effective. So I'm just gonna put it into perspective. If this part of me is coming to myself that wants to heal and protect and advise and nurture, what if this other part of myself comes to myself and is like, hey, I wanna close everybody off. I wanna close everybody off and make nothing about myself, but at the same time, I feel so alone and I feel like nobody can take care of me. I've come to the conclusion that it's because I'm not even allowing anybody to take care of me. I feel so frustrated when I do something wrong to the people that I love. I want to run away. Why do I want to run away so bad? Why do I want to run away when somebody wants to pay attention to me? It's not the attention though. Why do I want to run away? My skin has definitely thickened throughout the years. I know that growing up, I've used myself for other people. And that is probably the most selfish thing I could have ever done to myself. Just use myself as a tool to help people, to heal people, to be somebody's support, but in ways where I'm self-sabotaging, in ways that are draining me of everything that I have. Because I'm willing to. I would make all these sacrifices for people that I would surround myself with, but not just people. It would mostly be romantic relationships. I would make these sacrifices for people I would be romantically involved with. I was looking for that validation. I was looking for that validation because I never received it from friends, my home, my family. I didn't receive it from myself. In my own home, I would always feel a burden. I would try to be something else that I'm not. In school, when I'm young, you try to fit in and make friends, and I would always just know that this isn't me. But what else can I do? What else can I do besides fit in? I can run through my entire past, everything that happened for the millionth time, and maybe I might discover something new. I don't even think that's necessary. I feel like the question that I need to ask myself, do I really need to figure this out alone? Is it necessary? Or can I figure this out with somebody who really wants to help me? Not just be my help, but somebody who wants to do the same thing for me that I was willing to do for others, but in a way that isn't self-sabotaging, in a way that isn't draining, in a way that isn't killing themselves. It almost feels like a no-brainer. I don't have to go through this alone, but it's really my own resistance that's holding me back and is pushing the people that love me away from me. Should I confide in the resistance, or should I let in the people that I love? That's what I'm asking myself. But it seems like a no-brainer, right? But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should really just do this alone and push everybody away. Isolate myself and just do all these things that will just end up making me feel alone. But in my head, I'm protecting myself, and I'm like, no, you won't feel alone. You'll gain a lot of knowledge and you'll gain a lot of power and discipline if you do this alone. And that is just the me that wants to run away, convincing myself what I really don't want to do. I need to keep thinking. I'm gonna eat these mangoes though. Don't eat your fruit with a knife. Don't use a knife as a fork, period.